Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Unpopular Review Entertainment. And we are here with two people. I don't think you've ever been on UPRE. I don't think you did an entertainment episode with me, have you? This is your first time on this YouTube channel, Unpopular Review Entertainment. It's Unpopular Review Wrestling's very own, formerly Wrestling Doll, now Sabrina Estella. What's going on?
Well, I'm good. Just getting to happily delve into my childhood. That is the long-awaited sequel to the original X-Men, X-Men 97, which I will age myself a little bit, but I don't care. Used to go to Hollywood movies with my mother every other weekend. And whenever we'll rent movies or DVDs, X-Men will be the one I get the most.
Nice.
And
do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite X-Men movie?
No, I'm talking about the X-Men series. I used to grow up watching the original series. X-Men movies, I didn't watch those too much.
You're missing out. But we'll let you miss out. Okay. Let's welcome somebody else who's actually new to UPRE as well. First time with UPRE. UPRW's Unpopular Review Wrestling's very own Freckles Sensei. What's going on?
What's up? So like I would say my favorite mutant of all time is definitely Gambit. So yeah, I got some mixed feelings about what we're gonna talk about today.
We talking about episode 2.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not get there. We're going to try to get there as fast as possible. Lord knows.
I'm talking about how he got simped. He got simped in episode 2.
Because he didn't find out episode 2 about Magneto and Rogue. That wasn't until episode 3. I think.
The thing is, like, they finally gave like a little backstory between them two, and then that's when it was just like, oh wow, okay, damn. Then it was
little
like, but does he know?
here and there, but nothing too straightforward yet. Since they want to just feed those that don't read the comics, because I didn't even know about that until I started watching this series.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, what the?
Because I
didn't read the comics
like
either.
That. A lot of people were like that. They were a little surprised, and since this is supposed to be a sequel, another continuation of the original X-Men animated series, you didn't get any kind of hint of that in the original, right? But that was definitely a talking point of this episode. I thought this episode was very, very well done. Magneto is that man, right? If I said the N-word, I'll say he's that N-word. The way he was definitely taking care of all those people. That executioner guy beat the living hell out of Cyclops. I don't know how he was able to stand and let alone go see his child get born from the fake Jean Grey, but it was very, very impressive. I felt it. We did episode 1 like a month ago. We had to take a break. We're back for episode 2 now, but I know that when we talked about it, not me and the people I did episode 1 with, we mentioned how we didn't like the fact that Magneto was taking over the X-Men, right? And how
you don't like it because the entirety of the first series, he's trying to destroy them because they're trying to have people be like okay with it and tolerate it. No, he just wants to use everybody's powers and show them what they can really do and basically make everybody fear them all, which was not what Charles Xavier wanted. So when he comes in to take over because it's in Charles Xavier's will, you're like, what is going on here? Are we in a parallel universe and multiverse or something here?
No doubt about it. And it should be Cyclops, right? He should be after that stellar performance in episode 1 where he landed from that huge fall from the airplane.
Yeah, that was just epic.
And should have broke his legs and every other bone in his body from landing. I don't care how much of an optic blast he did. He should have broke himself. But he did. To me, my X-Men. Hey, you that guy, man. Yeah. You Optimus Prime now. You deserve it. Give him all his flowers. I'm a Cyclops guy. That's my favorite X-Men.
Is that why you're wearing the shades today?
Don't I wear the shades all the time? I know I haven't been on with you in a while, Wrestling Doll, but I always wear the shades.
I know you do, but we talk about X-Men, and you essentially...
It's not red. I don't have the red shades.
Yeah,
I need some red shades.
It's looking a bit like you had this prepared.
I should have wore the outfit. I don't cosplay. That's a bad guy, Jack.
You don't have to cosplay if you got anything with X-Men on it. Just put it on. That's what I did.
That's what you did with your shirt, huh? I just noticed.
Yes, of course I did.
Yes. Okay, and you said your favorite was who?
Mine is Rogue.
Oh, Sugar. Okay. All right. Very well done, very good. This movie, this show actually, but it feel. I can tell you right now, it's feeling like a movie episode almost every single episode. That's how well the writing has been. But this show has really hit a lot of nails on the head on almost every episode. There's some episodes so far, and we'll talk about as we get to them that were a little bit of a dud to me. But this one definitely was not a dud. This one definitely went out there, and you can see they're trying to deliver a message. They're not afraid to cause some controversy lines.
Yeah.
Magneto got pardoned though, right? I admit when Storm got that shot and he lifted all those whatever they want to call tribunal up in the air like that, I was like, oh crap, something's about to go down, and I'm talking about the tribunal. But he surprised me letting him go. Your thoughts, Freckles?
I would say that part. I'm still in emotional recovery with the Storm getting shot. Like I get it. They wanted to do some mirror scenes from like the comics because I did a little bit of research. Shout out to New Rockstars because they give out like the Easter eggs and things that you didn't really notice each episode. He does it for like all other MCU stuff as well, but it was definitely helpful. But yeah, her getting shot messed me up. But him standing on business by like grabbing everybody was like, hey, look, I can do this. And I think it's so fun. It's so interesting to me that how now they're showing things that happen like in the real world. Like that whole scene kind of reminded me of January 6th. The whole thing reminded me of January 6th. I was like, oh my God. Like it was like too obvious.
It was very, very obvious that's what they were doing.
Dope. It was so dope at the same time because you had fuck out of here. And you had that's who they are. That's literally who they are. So you had fuck out of here, FOH, just bombarding themselves, even
Friends of Humanity, but we'll call them that FOH.
I'm telling you that like it's like they despise you really gotta despise somebody else so bad that you couldn't even wait till the trial was over to come at them. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy to me.
Yeah, I just thought it was very well done from beginning to end, and that scene at the end. Shout out to them. We'll talk about this more on later episodes, but Wolverine not getting the big spotlight so far in this series. He's more of a supporting character, I should say. And I like that. I am a fan of Wolverine. I think most people are, but at the same time, he was, as I just demonstrated. I asked y'all, hey, who's your favorite X-Men?
Right.
Nobody said Wolverine. Right. Granted, the trailer just came out, Deadpool versus Wolverine. Everybody's excited about that. Right. Oh. Huge. Wants to see that. But is he really your favorite X-Men? He needs to be done right. But I think, as I watched this series, I decided to go back and watch some other X-Men series that I didn't watch. I only watched X-Men animated series. Never saw X-Men Evolution. Never saw Wolverine X-Men. And actually, both series are pretty good. I haven't finished Wolverine X-Men.
I haven't finished Evolution yet. So
yeah, Evolution was actually a pretty good show. Was it better than animated series? No, not at all. Was Wolverine and X-Men pretty good? Very good. Was it better than animated series? No. But Wolverine and X-Men were focused on Wolverine, and it doesn't always need to be Wolverine. So I like that twist at the end with Jean Grey appearing at the door.
Oh, yeah.
That was good because remember, this was a double episode. So I saw it. I was like, God, I want to know what's going on. Why is Jean there? And they did not disappoint me when we get to episode 3. Speaking of episode 3, join us on Friday at around 8 o'clock, I think. No. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Join us on Fridays as we discuss X-Men episode 3. Sabrina, your thoughts?
Episodes 2 and 3 were definitely quite a whirlwind. I will say that.
Well, don't talk about 3 yet.
Bring me back. And when I saw Jean Grey at the end, I was just like, "What am I?" I was like,
"Talk about 3 yet."
Whole damn time.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Don't talk about 3 yet. Talk about 2.
I'm not talking about.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I did listen. When I got into it, I binged the first few episodes, but I'm not going to say anything else about episode 3. Like you mentioned at the end with Jean Grey at the door, it was just like, what is going on? Wasn't she here the entire time? It's like, what is this twist happening in front of us right now, which we will discuss later this week. But with the trial that happened, and when those people were trying to attack everybody on that trial because they didn't want no peace. They're like, we don't care. We don't like the mutants. They're too different, because people can't handle what they can't understand.
Right.
So they trying to attack what they can't understand. And what's that going to do? In that time, there are so many mutants in that world. You destroy half of the Earth's population if y'all try to kill every single one of them. But they don't care. They just want to try. And even the island of Genosha that has been talked about in comics and such, and in the original. But when he got in front and saved them all those people that were on the trial from getting attacked, and he looked at them, and then when he got attacked, hell broke loose. I was just like, y'all really screwed up. Y'all really screwed up. Magneto is powerful for a reason, and y'all are about to find that out now.
It was definitely impressive to see how, when they got there, that being the UN, that they thought they had Magneto cornered easily. Yeah. Like, hey, electromagnetism is not going to affect these weapons. And Magneto said, hey, you sure? You sure I don't have other options? And he gave himself willingly. And then I just thought it was impressive. It's impressive to see him trying to take this leadership role and be more positive, but at the same time, still keep that edge where you're like, hey, mofo, I am still a villain, and this is how I operate. They've just done very, very well with that. And we'll dive more into that on Friday with episode 3. But let's talk about, final thoughts on whether or not you give this show a thumbs up. This episode, a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Franco Sensei, we'll start with you. As you know, we'll start with Sabrina. Ladies first. Go ahead and talk about it.
Well, I'm giving it a big thumbs up. Besides the fact of the nostalgia that hits me every time I watch this show and how it brings it back to my childhood, it is very well written and very explanatory on everything that is going on, and it relates to what's happening now, as of everything that had happened back then, and how it always intertwined. This is why I love cartoons from when I grew up, because they really hit deep on issues and stuff that you normally wouldn't talk about, because you wouldn't know how to explain it to your kids and such. The writers, the creators of these shows really know how to explain these kinds of situations to kids in a way that makes it easier to understand. Shows like this, and even stuff from like the early 2000s, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it hits you with stuff like political things without even realizing it, and you're taking a lot in without even realizing it. You're thinking, oh, I'm just enjoying a fun kid show. No, there's a lot of issues with like socialism and things like that in that show, as well as this show, that definitely pack a punch and definitely make an impact. I can talk about this for ages with anybody that likes X-Men like I do. I did that before in regards to a future episode with someone else I know.
Michael Sensei, your thoughts?
My final thoughts is that, yeah, the whole plot twist of Jean coming back definitely was the icing on the cake. That gave me it. I already had thumbs up throughout the whole thing, because, like I said, that whole Jan 16 definitely gave a thumbs up. But overall, I even give it 2 thumbs up, because it was great. You had action, you had calls, you had reasons, and then you follow through with this other Jean Grey that's out of nowhere. And so now we just like, oh, here we go. Something's about to happen when they're going to mess with the timeline or something. And you get excited because you assume, okay, if they're doing timeline stuff and Bishop is here, where's Cable? You just start thinking, people like, where's these people that's about to show up? So I'm excited. I'm loving the cameos. Oh my God. I love the fact that with Morph, they show other X-Men as well. So that was pretty dope when he went to Colossus and it was Lady Deathstrike. Felt like that was pretty dope. But yeah, this episode was lit. Like I literally just rewatched it not too long ago again, and I was like, okay, this was really deep, but it was also really good and really a good setup.
Yeah, I rewatched it again today, so it'll be fresh in my mind, because clearly we've seen like a few episodes soon, and they pack a lot into these episodes. I mean, these episodes are definitely longer than the original series, but they still pack. I mean, still only 30 minutes, but they pack a lot into it. So shout out to you for mentioning that. Even with the utilizing Morph to change to other people, so you can see other characters that they probably just don't have time to utilize, right. Quite frankly. So it's just. I mean, I can't give it enough respect on that. But the question that's asked does it get a thumbs up, thumbs down? Hey, this is not a movie episode. I usually don't do TV, but it still gets the same principle and the same respect. So this is what we got. It gets a thumbs up from me. Definitely Gladiator. I appreciated this episode from beginning to end. Not really a bad scene. It keeps a good pace, tells a good story. I even like the fact that they, not Cyclops, what's his name? Cable was born. They named him the way he was. I liked how they had Rogue absorb the Doctor's powers. Just very well done episode. So thumbs up from me. Thumbs up for everybody all across the board. Thank you so much for watching. For Freckle Sensei, for Sabrina. Please make sure that you are tuning in on Thursday for another episode of Unpopular Review Entertainment as we review a movie called I can't remember, but the movie begins with O. That's all I know. That was the theme for this month. The movie begins with O. It was the Mark's pick. And then if you're into wrestling, immediately after this, we're having our AEW mock draft special. And then on Tuesday, and then immediately after that, immediately after NXT is over, we have Sabrina and Freckles doing the review for NXT Spring Breakin'. Looking forward to that one. So for these two, I'm the exec consultant, and we will see you right here next time on Unpopular Review. Good night, everybody.